So my experience with camping over the years has evolved from what used to be grabbing what you could grab, like big pots and pans, and throw them in the back of a car and heading up to the lake and, camping out of the car. Getting older in my life, I was able to venture more, get out on my own. So I started backpacking. This is my backpacking gear. Just a little bit of it. Again, it's always evolving and always changing, adding things, removing things, making stuff lighter, making my life easier in the woods, wherever I'm at. Also, you can see I have kind of multiple of some things. Like I got 2 ribs packs, I got 2 Hennessy hammocks, and I got only one JanSport Big Bear. I love that backpack for the money. There is a lot better ones than this one, but for the price, I don't think you can get them anymore. But that was a great backpack, and holds up very well, just like any JanSport backpack. But today, this ain't about backpacks. This ain't about Hennessy hammocks and ribs packs. This is about the essentials of making fire out in the woods. I don't say wilderness because there ain't no wilderness around here. It's woods. Pine trees to be exact. But I'm not talking about firecraft. I'm talking about how you want to prepare your wood, how you want to cut it, split it, and get it to the form where you can burn it quicker. I used to go out there with axes. I used to go out there with the SOG Fusion tomahawk looking thing. I didn't grab it for this video. I probably should have. Used to take that, and it sucked. Too time consuming for what you're trying to do. Anybody that goes out in the woods with a hatchet, sit back, grab a cold one, and relax and watch and laugh, because it's hilarious. It's just impossible to split wood with a hatchet or an axe, tomahawk sort. Yeah, you can do it with an axe, but again, it's just, I don't know, the style of trying to split wood with an axe, and, at least cutting it, getting it to the shape that you can at least split it. It's just very time consuming, and burns a lot of energy. But so let's get down to this review. By the title, you already know what it is, but today, I'm moving some of the stuff out. It's about our good friends that I always rave about. I'm probably tired of hearing about them. Kershaw knives. What's up with that? They don't have any type of camp gear. Well, that's not until later this year they come up with this. I've had my eye on this for a while. Been wanting one, kept up with it, saw it was available, and now I have it. And that is, from the title, the Kershaw Camp 10. It's a great blade for the money. This is what you get for $35 to $40. Now, to this date and review you're watching this, that's where the price stands now. I'm pretty sure our friend and fellow and buddy, Nothing Fancy, is going to review this blade, and it's going to take off in price, and you're not going to be able to get it. I'm saying that because I'm pretty sure he's going to really enjoy this blade if he gets his hand on it. It's just an outstanding knife for the money. I want to, sorry for the grunting sounds, but I want to explain my point about this knife before I even go further in this video. This is a knife for those guys that are getting entry level into the backpacking world and want to venture out in the woods, your wilderness, wherever. And the least thing you always forget about is the camp blade. What am I going to split wood with? What I'm going to cut trees down with? The Kershaw Camp 10 has you covered. $35 to $40 of March 2013. I mean, you can't beat it. There's nothing out there, I don't think, right now for that price for what I'm about to show you. I have a couple of blades here I'm going to show you to kind of compare. Not the same price. One's a little bit more expensive, but just to show you what you're getting for your money. So let's roll into it now. The Kershaw Camp 10. 10 for 10-inch blade, and that is from tip to stern, whatever you want to call it, bow to stern. It comes with, let's just start with this sheath here. It comes with a great sheath. Again, $35 to $40. Okay, $35 to $40, and you're getting a molded plastic sheath that's not Kydex. The amateurs on YouTube here trying to review this knife keep calling it Kydex. It's not Kydex, it's plastique. It's going to be as cheap as they can make it, but it's one hell of a sheath for the price. I just can't believe they were able to make the sheath for the price. It's a good looking sheath, it's handsome, secures the blade in somewhat well. Here's your back. You got these nice Velcro straps. You want to strap it down to a backpack of some sort. You got that. You got your belt loop with the Velcro with the loop over here. So I take your pants off to get it on. I mean, it's pretty sound. It's riveted together. You can see the rivets here. You can actually run you some 550 through that and actually attach this thing any direction you want to on a pack. That's pretty cool. Again, $35 to $40. It also has, what a lot of people are forgetting to mention, it has a nice little drain hole at the end here for you. So, yeah, I mean, that's all I can really say about the sheath. Downsides to it, the way it's securing the blade, this is it. It just, straps over the, not the tang, I forget the name of it, but it just goes over the end like that, and that's how it secures itself. Okay, doesn't move. Got a little slop right there in the blade, but it doesn't move up and down. You actually can reverse this carry for right hand or left hand. These straps, you can pull them out, reverse from the other side. For the button strap here, you actually can remove this screw and flip it over to this side, and this right here actually acts as the snap for the left hand carry people. So you can snap it off here, come over here, and snap it on this side. Of course you would flip this orientation here, but that's how it works. So with that said, let's go ahead and pull out this blade. So there's your blade, the Camp 10 itself. It's a handsome looking blade, not gonna lie. It's got that kukri style look. It's very tip heavy. What does that mean in camping? It means it's going to be a great chopper. It's going to hack through wood like no other. And they give you this nice little arch here in the handle. So again, you got that leverage, it's already angled, and it's going to chop like a mother. I tried it just a little bit. You can see just a little bit of wear there on the tip blade. Not enough to really tell much, but I can tell you it chops like a man. It chops like a outdoors blade should. Handle material, some moron on YouTube called this aluminum. I don't know what he's smoking, but this is clearly plastic. It's not aluminum at all. It has the color of some type of aluminum, but it's plastic. You can see the molded spot right there. So I mean, it's plastic clear as day. It's good. I mean, this is a rubberized texture. It's not Kraton. It's a little bit more flexible than Kraton. Yet it still looks durable. It looks like it's not going to rip apart and dry out as bad as some others. Cheaper knives. It's held together with some Torx. Don't know what size those are, but they are Torx. So it's pretty nice. You can pop these two off the back, and slide that on handle on off. It's a full tang. Can't see it, but I'm about to throw some light down there. Maybe you can see it then. Let's see if we can get it on there. You can see the handle material on there, the metal down that hole, barely. But it's in there, promise you. That was coming from the MicroStream. Review coming out on that. But yeah, it's a full tang blade. It's probably some type of a rat tail, I want to say, to make that possible. It comes straight through here like that. It would have to be, unless it's stamped out perfect like this. And this is a stamped blade. This isn't a ground blade. And when I mean by stamped, the sheet of metal rolls in, big punch comes in, punches out, and looks like this. Of course, it's not black, it's just raw metal. And then it goes through the shaping process and then ground with your nice edge there. So the handle, there you go. Plastic and rubber, not aluminum. The blade, forget the carbon content, but I'm just going to say it's got to be close to the K-Bar and Cold Steel SK5 carbon. It's a lower to medium quality carbon steel. Takes a wicked edge when it's sharp, holds the edge, but doesn't crack when you hit a rock or something. Just kind of just rolls the edge over so you can shape it back out. That's what you want in an outdoors blade. Some other ones that are better, I'm about to show you. Go ahead and give you a heads up. I believe it's 5160 carbon. It's a little bit stronger, yet it has the same edge capabilities and rolling the edge over and stuff like that as SK5. The coating, for once, it's not a laminate-ish coating. And if you know what I mean by the laminate-ish, you see it on a lot of popular blades where when you go through a log or something, like little wood chips and stuff are stuck into the blade from the friction and heat, and it kind of gets pressed into there. This is almost like a coating. It's not like that though, but it's different. It's real smooth. It's handsome, I must say. It's definitely more attractive. There's your Kershaw logo. It's not etched in. It's actually just stamped in white paint. Flipping over, you see the 1077 Kai. And just going down the edge here for you. Thickness is just under a 1/4 of an inch. And in my terms, it's not even close to a 1/4 of an inch thick. Just not. And I'll show you some knives that are, and you'll go, wow. There's your tip. Pretty nice. Nice and thick. Not to worry about it busting on you. No odd shapes here. Doesn't get thicker in the middle, thinner towards the end, and thick again. Just one solid dimension. Handle. Going back to it, I forgot to mention this. It has a sweet palm swell. Gets skinny in the back, gets skinny up front, but nice and thick right here in the middle. So you can adjust your hand where you want. If you want to choke up, it feels great. You want to get on the back where it curves. Again, comfortable. It is comfortable. And I have to say this, mark this, it has to be the most comfortable camp blade I've held in this length. It really is. That the handle is very ergonomic. Again, what do you expect less from Kershaw? They are the ergonomic kings. But yeah, I mean, that's your blade. You got 2 holes here for like a lanyard. I'm thinking about running some 550 through here on both ends and making it where I can kind of come in here and push my hand through and have the 550 going over instead of a lanyard. So it just holds my hand in a little bit better. Edge. Edge out of box was crazy sharp for a camp knife. I mean, look at the polish. You see that thing shining? I didn't do anything to that edge. $35 to $40 knife. You're getting an edge like that. It does pop hairs. I did it. Try to get it right here for you. There's some hair and some skin, but it's popping them. So very sharp knife out of the box. Very impressed for that. With being a $35 to $40 knife. So I'm going to sit the camp tin down with the sheath and then the knife. So let's throw in some different options here. This is my first outdoor knife. I bought it because it's cheap. I didn't buy it for the intentions that it was, I guess, really classified as. But I saw it as an outdoors knife because of the length. But it definitely sucks for that, because it's just not heavy enough. But that would be the K-Bar ZK5. or that's ZK5. ZK for Zombie Killer, the War Sword. Dun dun dun. Yeah, that's all BS. It's just a, you know, goofy looking knife. It's cool looking, I guess, but it's not really ergonomics of choice here. These handles, I stuck them on there, made out of hardwood. Tree I found behind the house, kind of cut them and carved them, stained them. Something a little bit different than what was on here. They have some lime green plastic handles that would just push your hand all the way up here for some reason. So I put some flat ones on there. Anyway, so that's an option. That was like a $24 to $30 knife from K-Bar. There's your thickness. Not quite, oops, sorry, go. Not quite as thick as the Camp 10. Go here and roll this one in for you. Let's see here, I can get it for you. There's your thickness difference there. It's kind of looks the same, but it's not, I promise. And you can see the pictures of this knife here, this one here, on Amazon if you check it out. I got a lot of pictures on it. It goes underneath different names, not IdealHolsters, but there are pictures out there where this thing is got it pretty much bent in a piece of wood from batoning. So that's an option there. The sheath that comes with it sucks. I raved about it on Amazon, but now after years have passed, it sucks. This little thing here, probably a piece of cardboard in the back, make it stiff. It's generic. So there's that. So you know, looking at 25, 30 bucks for this War Sword. I wouldn't recommend it for chopping or anything. Maybe a good backup blade. Now here's where we separate the boys from the girls here. This knife here is the knife that I probably will always take camping with me, because I can just rely on it. It's been on one outing, and I still continue just to love it. Just taking it out the back of the house and just messing around with it, splitting wood. It's just a joy to use. And that knife will be the Ontario SP50 Gen 2. And here's this laminate coating I'm talking about where wood gets stuck into it. On the back side here you see it too. Same thing on this knife over here. You can see some of the wood stuck down in it. That's what you get right there. That kind of like looks like rhino lining you put in a truck or something, I don't know. This knife is just balls awesome. It's just the Gen 2 series that Ontario came out with was just, it was pretty, you know, top notch for what you got for your money. Speaking of, $75 to $85 for this knife. Okay, I pushed that price point way up there because we went from 25, 35 to 40-ish to 75, 80. This is what you get for that kind of money. And you're probably thinking, you know, well, I'm taking the Kershaw obviously because it looks better. Well, this knife just outperforms. I can't explain it until you see it. I will have a video, which this is somewhat of a review. This is my intro, and I will have more on that in my final thoughts after I've tested it a lot. Same thing with this blade. Craton handle, USA produced. There it is right there. This is a 1/4 inch thick slab of steel. Let's get the Kershaw. I'm having to juggle knives around this tripod. There's your difference. Ontario, Kershaw. That's what a 1/4 inch slab of steel looks like. So people are calling it a 1/4 inch on the Kershaw here. Obviously it's definitely not. And that's why this Ontario splits like a mother. Man, it splits. I mean, you just put it on top of a piece of wood, give it maybe one or two smacks, and it just, I mean, the thing's actually a big wedge. It splits it. I love it. So, you know, that's just some differences here in knives. Sheath, somewhat A-OK on the Ontario sheaves they use. There's a lot of play with them. At least the Kershaw is somewhat secure when it straps over. This one, you know, you can have a strap undone and the blade will pop out and cut you. I know my friend did on his R-Tac. It was pretty ugly. So that's what you get for 75 to 80 bucks right there. So I know, tell me in the comments which one you want. But again, you know, $35 to $40, that's one heck of a knife as it stands right now, March 2013. Kershaw's probably, I heard they got some other ones coming out in length. I guess it would be more like machetes. That's cool, but I think the most ideal one is what you see right there in front of you. I think that's the most ideal length, size, and weight for your camping experience. And I just think you can't go wrong if you are a beginner, intro, whatever, to backpacking, and you need something to take with you and carry along. That's what you need. Also, just saying, nothing fancy, reviewed the crap out of this thing, so I had to get me one, but the Survivor. This and that paired together is just, you know, that's just what you want to take with you out in the woods. It's going to get you a fire going, it's going to get you some nice split wood, sharp edges, and make your cold night into a warm one. So this is Patrick here with Ideal Holsters. Hope you enjoyed this. I got many more coming out. Catch you guys later. And get this while you can. See you guys.